for people that struggle with suicide or people that have had suicidal attempts. I actually beg to differ that sometimes people tap out, because I'll use extroverts as an example. Extroverts are very out there, so you can't even spot it because they still remain bubbly, still remain loud. So what I'm trying to understand is, what active steps does your foundation or do we have around that could help people realize that, okay, I have this issue and I need this kind of help? I'll give an example. I've heard your story. You looked at Twitch. Dasha said somebody on TikTok. I've had a person that's very close to me that actually committed suicide. And to be honest, the day before, she was the happiest girl in the room. She was the happiest. And the next day we realized she was going through a lot. But when we took a step back, we realized that she had been talking to her parents, to us, her friends, but we didn't listen. And she didn't feel her immediate community could help or provide help for what she was going through, because there was so much shame. So in this regard, what actively exists for people, especially with the Hope Foundation, or even around, that people who are struggling with this and feel that their people around them are not hearing them, what can they do and where can they go to get help?
All right. Actually, those are things that happens within us as young people, and not only young people, but I would say adults and everybody around. You know, we communicate in different words, but the communication is us as people to always be sensitive and understand. As loud as a person can speak or be quiet. Sometimes it can be actions. Sometimes it can be through, their post. Right now, as you were saying, our generation, we're using too much media. Somebody will just post something that is critical, and then you have to have a second judgment over it and say, what is this making sense? Somebody just post a pill, a bottle, and post water and stuff, and then you just quiet and you laugh, and all that stuff. You comment on it as if it's a joke, but trust me, they're trying to communicate. So communication comes in different ways, and we need to be sensitive people towards suicide. If we act dumb and shine away from suicide, then we will be the victims, because why? We're not giving attention where attention is needed. So us as a foundation, we're doing a lot of activities around suicide awareness, looking at educating young people about self-relationships journey, and transitioning from a state of when you